Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Quick beer review. Look who's here. Jared's here.
Hey everybody, I missed you guys.
Jared's back. Jared's back, and he brought some Shred beer with him. And the first beer we're going to be, by the way, you might see a few reviews. If we're wearing the same sweatshirts and hats, mind your business. You didn't see it. This is Overdosed. Overdose. Sorry. And this is a sessionable. I don't know why we decided to choose this one to start with. 9% alcohol by volume. Shred is in Rockland. Says West Coast Double IPA with Nelson Cryo, Mosaic, and Citra. 3 of my favorite hops of all time. So
Figured as much.
Shred reviewed a bunch of their beers. Rockland, Zach and Amy are our friends, but we are honest when we drink their beers. Is that right, Jared?
We are absolutely honest.
And Jared brought down some Shred proper glassware to make our beer taste better. Appreciate that, pal.
That's what I'm here for.
I love that you did that. You want a heavy pour?
Sure, why not? Got nothing else to do.
We've been drinking since Friday. And it's currently Sunday, and we started our day off at the golf course having Bloody Mary. It's like it's gonna be a bit of a shit show, I'm sure.
Last time we did this, it turned out really well, though.
That is true. That's a good point. So, I should mention, canned on March 13th. So time of recording, what is it, 10 days? 11 days in the can. It's Team Old IPA. So, this beer looks like a West Coast beer. It's got that new school, like almost green hue to it, right? Mm-hmm. Your head is sticking around a little bit longer than mine.
First pour, yeah.
It's like a finger of. It's bright white. There's some bubbles in it. I smell it as soon as I open it.
Yeah.
9%er. Everyone always asks. It's 1:16 in the afternoon. Dude, the one Heady Topper video I did, I'm like, I'm having a hard time saying my words this morning, and they're like, "This morning you're drinking a fucking triple IPA?" I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Again, don't judge.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to.
I mean, you're here watching, so.
All right. I want you to use your words and tell me what this beer
I'm
smells
so bad
like.
at this.
Use your words. Ooh, it smells funky. It's got that Nelson funk, right?
Yeah.
You smell that?
100%.
100?
100.
This is very, I mean, listen, it's 9%. It's got a sweetness to it.
I say it definitely has that kind of candy.
Yeah, that candied, like, new school
Yep.
hoppy thing. But it has that, like, Nelson funk, like, tomato vine.
Yeah.
Jared hates tomatoes, by the way, so he probably doesn't really enjoy
It's a
it.
texture thing, bro.
I'm just saying.
Not everyone knows.
But it's plenty, like,
embarrassed.
citrusy. All the citruses.
Let's,
Remember that? It's lemon, it's
Vaguely.
lime, it's orange. Like, wow, you can smell all of those things.
all of them, all the citruses.
You're a natural cicerone.
Oh, that's Beth. I just listen to her.
I don't.
Makes
Does
me
this
sound smarter.
does this smell dank to you?
Not at all.
I was hoping the not the Nelson, the Mosaic would offer like that diesely dankness, but yeah, it doesn't smell
Not at
dank.
all.
It smells super fruity, new school West Coast.
Yeah,
Whew.
but delicious. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers to 9%ers.
That fireball really helped bring my
Oh,
palate
that's
ready
right.
for
We
this.
just had a fireball shot. Jesus, we're grown men drinking fireball shots. That doesn't taste like 9% to me, which is crazy.
As our friend Nathan would say.
9%, go fuck yourself. It has a little bit of like that sticky syrupy thing. I feel like I get that nowadays in like the higher ABV beers. It's just like, I don't know. It's got that sticky like triple. Well, they say it's a double IPA. What are the rules, Zach? It's 9%. I think that's
10 and over.
I think it's a triple IPA. 9%. Like, how's that a double IPA? I just don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like I should fight somebody about this. But yeah, this
It's
beer.
also not very carbonated either, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of not. I'm not calling it flat by any means. I mean, you can still see the bubbles and everything, but it's very.
Yeah. You're right.
Like,
But it's very like that funk from the Nelson that you smell, like right on the middle of your tongue. I don't think this beer is very bitter though.
not at all.
Like as a West Coast IPA, this doesn't have that old school like tongue numbing bitterness. This is just super Nelson funky with like that citrusy thing. I kind of I was hoping it was going to be like really berry, like decently dank from the Mosaic, but I think this is very Nelson and Citra heavy. It's got like that, but the citrus aspect, like on the finish of it, it has like a little bit of like I think like an orange peel, maybe kind of on the back of your tongue.
A little bit, yeah. I can see that.
But it's mostly like that white grapey, funky Nelson, like at the front of your tongue, and it goes across. It's just like a kind of nondescript, like citrus thing.
Yeah, but not very. It's not boozy at all either. So I mean, that if you didn't know it was 9%, you could get yourself in some serious trouble.
Yeah, that's
True to the name, I guess. Right?
Yeah, you overdose. It's crazy. Made this beer is 9%. It is crazy drinkable, and I've talked about that recently with these beers. And my one buddy Joe was talking about drinkability is like, what did he? Gosh, I can't remember exactly what he said. It was something about like having a certain ABV, but drinking it and being like, this is like doesn't taste like that. It drinks lower than the. Yeah. This drinks like a 7% beer to me.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, obviously for me these days, 9% beers aren't something I'm going to be drinking all the time. But this is one of those beers that, like, if you went to Shred and you sat down and had a couple of these, you'd be like, these are really easy drinking. And
I may have seen someone do that.
And then all of a sudden, you're absolutely ham-sauced, and it's fine. But yeah, this is really, really good. I will say, I think, just real quick, if you're not a big Nelson fan, I think the nose of this might off-put some people, just because it has that intense, like, earthy funk thing. At least mine does. Do you not smell that?
No, I do.
It's okay,
but I mean, I guess because it doesn't bother me, it doesn't stand out like that. But I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think there could be some people who are like, "Ooh, that's kind of I don't like the way that smells." But Nelson's a love it or hate it hop. But this is good stuff. Again, not something I'm drinking on the daily, but I mean, it hides the alcohol well. If you're into Nelson, I don't know what the cryo is like. I don't even know. I think it's like when they do something with frozen hot pellets or something. I fucking have no idea. But if you're a Nelson fan, you absolutely would love this beer because it is very Nelson forward.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Right?
Very Nelson forward. I think Mosaic is the one that I don't really get much Mosaic out of it.
Yeah. I'm just looking.
Not a little blueberry or anything.
Right. But the citrus aspect, there definitely is like a citrus thing to this. Yeah. So this is good. What do you think?
I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it.
I mean, are we talking rating wise?
Well, no, I mean, you don't have to give it an actual rating, but just.
I mean,
what are your final thoughts on Overdose, Jared?
Final thoughts? I love it. I'm glad I have a couple more cans at home.
I love the artwork on this, by the way.
But I mean, that's one of the ones like where Beth and I were splitting beers before. I was like, let's save that one for a different night because it's, you know, the 9% can sneak up on you.
Yeah. So we've got some more Shred beer to drink. Jared brought some Shred beers down, so I'm stoked. Did that light just turn off? How dare you?
So did?
Yeah. Yeah, this is good stuff. So if you guys had this, let me know what you thought of it. And I appreciate you sharing it. Oh, it just turned back on.
Here we're back in the game.
It's magic. So that's it right here. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.